Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Class 47 Peter YouTube channel. And in today's video I'm bringing you another review in which I shall be taking a look at the South Eastern and Chatham Railway 16 covered goods wagon produced by Dapol for Rails of Sheffield. Back in March of last year, Rails of Sheffield announced that they were to produce the South Eastern and Chatham Railway 16 covered goods wagon. Now what happened was, after it was announced, that's when COVID hit them hard. And basically, the original partner who was working with Rails to produce these had to change their operation over to PPE and safety material. But then as time went on, it was difficult for that partner to produce the models. So Rails then went over to Dapol, who have produced these models for them. This is one of the first of the two that's arrived so far, and this one is number 9944 in the Wainwright South Eastern Chatham Railway Grey. And this one has the experimental doors. Now I do already have two of these covered goods wagons on pre-order. One in the South Eastern Chatham Railway Grey and another in the Maunsell Brown livery. But when I saw this particular one, I thought, you know what, why not get a third one? Because I really did like this one. And it was one of those things where you didn't intend to buy, but you buy anyway, so you just buy it on impulse. So we're going to get this opened, and we're going to get it down on the layout, and we're going to have a look at it. So the model has been unboxed and it's down here on the layout. Now the first thing to note is that the couplings are not actually already fitted to the model. Instead, the couplings are supplied in a little accessory bag, which is not something I've come across before with any model, but that's not really a problem, because that way I can just add couplings of my own choice without having to remove couplings to do so. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to test to see just how freely this wagon runs. And so I'm just going to push it along with my hand. And so it's got as far as the cinema. So that's pretty good. So it's good to see that it runs nice and freely, which is what we want to see, because the locomotives need to be able to pull these wagons. So now we're going to move on to the detail. So first of all, we have buffers, which are all intact. They're not made out of metal, they are made out of plastic, but I can overlook that. The coupling hooks, which are pre-fitted, they've also been painted grey, which does look quite nice. And I suppose if you wanted to use chain-link couplings, you could fit those on, and they'd look quite nice. And of course you also have the NEM pockets. The model is fitted with metal wheels, which is good, because whilst they can still pick up dirt, they don't pick up dirt as much as the plastic wheels. And also I find they run better as well with metal wheels on them. And also, you can see the Rails of Sheffield logo stamped underneath. And this model is actually manufactured in the UK. It is produced in partnership with Dapol, but it's manufactured in the UK, which that is nice to see. The detail on the wagon chassis is also pretty good. We've got the axle boxes and the springs there. We've also got the brake as well. And also there's even printed detail on the wagon frames there as well. You've got tow carry there, crisply applied, as well as numbers as well. You've even got a builder's plate there as well, although there's no detail on that. But the detail on the frames is pretty good. I really do love the wooden plank detail on this model, and also the experimental doors as well, which have been captured really well as per the prototype. And also we have a separately fitted handle there on the doors. The roof is nothing to shout about. It is rather plain to look at, but then that is per the prototype. But you do have some vents on the roof, which do look quite nice. One thing that I have noticed is that if you get up closely onto the roof, you can see that pattern there. Now that is because that this model is actually 3D printed, and that is due to the material that's been used. You can also see that pattern on the underframe detail, but that is only visible, to be fair, in certain lighting. When it's down on the layout as it is now, you can't really see it, but if you turn it into the light, then you can see it. But I'm not going to complain about that, because to be honest, I'm not really fussy over that, because you're never going to notice those patterns on this model anyway when it's running on the layout. You're certainly not going to be noticing it in my running session videos, especially on the roof, because the camera's going to be flat down on the layout all the time anyway. Well, for most of the time anyway. And if you do see any angles such as here where you can see the roof, unless you've got a very sharp eye for detail, you'll never see those marks. And to be fair, you can't always see them anyway unless you get right up close to it, so that's something I can overgloss. We now move on to the livery application, which has been really well applied. It's a very nice shade of grey, and it's been evenly applied. There doesn't seem to be any livery imperfections anywhere at all, or any blemishes, which is good to see. And also you've got the South Eastern Chatham Railway font there, and the running number of the wagon, which have been crisply and very neatly applied on the wagon body. One thing I have noticed on the wooden planks are these small bits here, as you can see, which are underneath the wagon number and just under the C there on the wagon sides. Now on first glance I thought there might have been imperfections in the livery, but actually those bits of detail are on both sides, so on first glance it looks like that they're actually part of the detail, and that actually does look quite nice actually. And also, as per the prototype, the running number of the wagon has also been applied on both ends of the wagon. So that's your lot then for this review on the South Eastern Chatham Railway 16 covered goods wagon. I've covered all of the detail on this model, so that now brings me on to my conclusion. And I think that this is a really nice model. Some people may find it expensive because it's a little over 30 quid, but what you have to remember is that these models, they are only short run production models, and they are 3D printed, so that does reflect the price because they are more expensive to make. But you do get what you pay for, and I think that this is a great little model. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, I do already have 2 other versions of this wagon on pre-order already, which I'm very much looking forward to, and I think I most definitely will have to do a video on those as well. And because I do love my southern region locomotives and stock, as you all know, this was a no-brainer, to be honest, so I just had to have one. Or in my case, I'll end up with 3 of these eventually. So if you are willing to pay the price, I would definitely recommend it if you like your southern stock. It's something that I would definitely recommend you get, because I think it is a great little model. Nothing more else to be said really, so well done to Rails of Sheffield. I'm quite happy with this model, and so it shall definitely be making frequent appearances on the layouts behind southern region locomotives to suitably go with it. Because I am trying to build up a rake of southern region goods wagons, so this will be a fantastic addition to that. So thumbs up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get this wagon running around the layout. I'm not going to put it in a massive long goods train, I'm just going to get a brake van coupled behind it, and I'm going to use my South Eastern and Chatham Railway livery P class to pull this wagon around the layout, just to finish off the video for the running session. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. As ever, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Don't forget to smash the like button. Check out all my other videos while you're at it that I have on the channel, and I'll see you again next time. But until then, take care.